Princess Margaret of Prussia, born Marguerite Beatrice Feodora on April 22, 1872, was the youngest of 8 children in the illustrious Hohenzollern family, as her parents, German Emperor Frederick III and Victoria, Princess Royal, welcomed her into the world at the new palace in Potsdam. Her other illustrious relatives included her brother, Emperor Wilhelm II, and Queen Victoria as her grandmother. This lineage deeply embedded her in European royalty. Nicknamed Mossy due to her head being covered with short hair like moss at birth, Margaret was surrounded by notable figures from the outset. Crown Prince Margherita of Italy and Emperor Pedro II of Brazil stood as her godparents, reflecting her prestigious monarchical line. Margaret's early years were steeped in privilege and formality, characteristic of her royal upbringing. She shared a particular close bond with her sisters, Princess Victoria and Princess Sophie, creating a tight-knit group that often stood in contrast to their elder siblings, William II, Princess Charlotte and Prince Henry. This close relationship with her sisters fostered a supportive environment amidst the strictures of court life. Her father's untimely death in 1888 deeply affected the family, and Margaret remained remarkably close to her mother, Victoria. Known for her warmth and approachability, Margaret was considered the most favoured among Kaiser Wilhelm II's sisters. Her ability to maintain good relations within a wide range of family members, despite the often tumultuous dynamics of royal households, set her apart. Margaret's familial connections extended across Europe, linking her to significant historical figures. She was first cousins with King George V of the United Kingdom and Empress Alexandra of Russia, underscoring the interconnected nature of European royalty. This network of relations underscored her upbringing and the far-reaching influence of her family. As she grew into adulthood, Margaret closely resembled her aunt, Princess Alice, further tying her to the British heritage. Her charm and diplomatic grace enabled her to navigate the complexities of royal life effectively, earning her admiration within and beyond her immediate family. Margaret's early life, characterised by close family bonds, royal duties and international connections, laid the foundation for her later roles and responsibilities. Her ability to blend the expectations of a royal status with personal warmth and relatability made her a beloved figure in the eyes of those who knew her. Princess Margaret of Prussia initially set her sights on Prince Maximilian of Baden. Still, when her affection was not reciprocated, she turned her attention to his close friend, Prince Frederick Charles of Hesse. Frederick Charles, the future head of the Hesse Castle dynasty and later the elected King of Finland, became her chosen partner. They married on January 25, 1893 at the Hohenzollern Stadtschloss in Berlin, coinciding with her parents' wedding anniversary. At their marriage, Frederick Charles was not yet the head of the House of Hesse Castle. His older brother, Landgrave Alexander Friedrich, held this position, who, being virtually blind, eventually relinquished his title in the mid-1920s to enter an unequal marriage. Consequently, Frederick Charles was addressed as His Highness. At the same time, Margaret retained the title of Royal Highness until Frederick Charles assumed the title of Landgrave of Hesse in 1925, bringing equality to their titles. The couple were second cousins descending from King Friedrich Wilhelm III of Prussia. Initially, her brother Wilhelm opposed the match, deeming Frederick Charles's status too minor for the Kaiser's sister. However, he later gave his blessing, considering Margaret's relative unimportance. Despite these initial objections, the marriage proved to be very happy. With her strong personality, Margaret often appeared more secure and grounded than her husband. The couple's early years were spent at Schloss Rupenheim, and Frederick Charles quickly became Margaret's mother's favourite son-in-law. In 1901, upon her mother's death, Margaret inherited the Schloss Friedrichshof. This inheritance was unconventional, as it was unusual for a husband to reside in his wife's inherited home. Nevertheless, committed to maintaining her mother's legacy, Margaret and her family moved to Friedrichshof, despite the considerable expense involved. In 1918, amidst the turbulence of World War I, Frederick Charles accepted the offer to become king of newly independent Finland. Had this materialised, Margaret would have become Queen of Finland. However, due to Germany's shifting fortunes in the war, he renounced the throne later that year. Interestingly, her first cousin, Empress Alexandra Fedorovna of Russia, had previously held the title Grand Duchess Consort of Finland. Throughout their marriage, Princess Margaret and Prince Frederick Charles navigated the complexities of royal duty, personal aspirations, and the significant historical changes of their time with grace and resilience. Princess Margaret of Prussia endured immense personal tragedy throughout her life, particularly during the tumultuous years of the World Wars. Her elder sons Friedrich Wilhelm and Maximilian were both killed in action during World War I. Maximilian, her second and favoured son, was gravely wounded by a machine gun fire near Eisen in October 1914. Despite efforts to save him, he died shortly afterwards. Local villagers in Castres, Belgium, secretly buried him, but his grave remained unmarked until the Germans left Belgium. Eventually, with the help of British authorities, his body was returned to his family. Friedrich Wilhelm, her oldest son, died in close combat in Romania on September 12, 1916. His throat had been slit by an enemy bayonet. Margaret's other sons, Philip and Christoph, became involved with Nazism. Philip, who married Princess Mafalda of Italy, initially worked for Hitler due to his connections with Italy, but later attempted to resign after realising the true nature of the regime. He used his position to help Jews escape, but after Italy capitulated, Hitler imprisoned him in a concentration camp. Mafalda was sent to Buchenwald, where she died following a bombing raid. Christoph, a fervent supporter of the German war effort, became increasingly disillusioned with the Nazi leadership after the Battle of Stalingrad. His criticisms grew and he welcomed the news of Heydrich's assassination. Christoph himself died in a plane crash in 1943. Further tragedy struck when Margaret lost another daughter-in-law during the war. Wolfgang's wife, Princess Marie Alexandra, died in a bomb attack on Frankfurt in January 1944. The building they took refuge in collapsed, making her body barely recognisable. Despite these immense losses, Margaret remained a central figure in her family. After World War II, she became a matriarch, caring for many of her grandchildren and maintaining a family centre at Friedrichshof. Her resilience and dedication provided a semblance of stability amidst the chaos and grief that enveloped her family. Margaret's ability to persevere through such profound personal losses underscored her strength and unwavering commitment to her loved ones, cementing her legacy as a pillar of strength within her family. The final years of Princess Margaret of Prussia were fraught with challenges and heartbreak. Following the end of World War II, she faced significant difficulties, not least of which was the theft of her family's valuable jewellery from Friedrichshof in November 1945. Her son Wolfgang had buried the jewels, valued at over £2 million, in a sub-cellar of the castle in an attempt to safeguard them during the American occupation. The military authorities repurposed the castle as an officers' club, and on November 5, 1945, Captain Kathleen Nash, the club's manager, discovered the hidden treasure. In a plot involving her future husband, Colonel Jack Durant, and Major David Watson, Nash stole the jewels and smuggled them out of Germany. The theft was discovered in early 1946 when the family sought the jewels for Princess Sophia's upcoming remarriage. Both Margaret and Sophia reported the theft to the Frankfurt authorities. The investigation led to the culprit's imprisonment in August 1951. Despite the recovery efforts, the Hess family only regained a tiny fraction, just 10% of the stolen treasures. This loss was a significant blow to Margaret, adding to the tumultuous period following the war. Despite these hardships, Margaret remained resilient. She was the last surviving child of Emperor Frederick III and his previous grandchild, Emperor Wilhelm I. Her life, marked by immense personal loss and political upheaval, was also characterised by a steadfast commitment to her family and heritage. Princess Margaret passed away in Kronborg on January 22nd, 1954, at the age of 81. Her death occurred 53 years after that of her British grandmother, Queen Victoria. Margaret's passing marked the end of an era, closing the chapter on a life intertwined with significant historical events and profound personal trials. Her legacy, however, lived on through her surviving family and the indelible impact she had on those who knew her. Princess Margaret of Prussia's life spanned a period of profound transformation in Europe as empires rose and fell alongside 2 world wars and the significant reshaping of the continent's political landscape. As the youngest daughter of Emperor Frederick III and Victoria, Princess Royal, Margaret was born into a world of privilege and expectation, yet her life was anything but insulated from the tumultuous events of her time. Margaret's marriage to Prince Frederick Charles of Hesse, her involvement in the social and political circles of her era, and her tragedies, including the loss of several sons in wartime, painted a picture of a resilient and deeply committed woman to her family. Her efforts to maintain familial unity and provide support during hardship exemplify her strength and dedication. The theft of her family's jewels after World War II was a poignant symbol of the many losses she endured. Despite this, Margaret's resolve remained unbroken. Her life at Friedrichshof, though marred by this theft, continued to be a testament to her unwavering spirit. Her actions following the discovery of the robbery, including reporting it to the authorities and ensuring that justice was sought, underscore her proactive and determined nature. Margaret's legacy is one of resilience and adaptability. She navigated the complex dynamics of a royal family that faced adoration and political opposition. Her ability to maintain relationships with influential figures such as her cousin King George V and Empress Alexandra of Russia, while managing her duties as Landgravine of Hesse, showcased her diplomatic skills and commitment to her role. Her death in 1954 marked the end of an era. As the last surviving child of Emperor Frederick III and the previous grandchild of Emperor Wilhelm I, Margaret's passing represented a significant historical moment, closing the chapter on a lineage that had played pivotal roles in European history. Princess Margaret of Prussia's life story is a tapestry of privilege, duty, love and loss. Her enduring strength in the face of personal and collective adversity left an indelible mark on her family and those who knew her. Through her steadfast commitment to her loved ones and ability to navigate the shifting sands of her time, Margaret's legacy continues to resonate, offering a powerful example of resilience and grace amidst the complexities of royal life. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this presentation, you'll love the next one, where we explore why is Princess Louisa's legacy unforgettable. We've got some amazing insights and surprises waiting for you. So click on this next video and join us for more great historical content.